We are indeed live from the beehive. My name is Burt Beebe. Welcome to the channel. We're going live today basically because we can. We're above 50 subscribers, so we're allowed to do that. Um, Myself and my wife Ann, we own a honey business in Big Flats, New York, along with a honeybee business, one and the same. I wanted to kick this off and just to see if anyone joins, more than anything to get used to the live format. And pretty sure no one will join, at least live. So we're just going to talk about a few different things. I've been a beekeeper for about 10 years, and we bought a piece of property, Ann and I, and we're selling honey out of a gift shop among a number of other local products. We're running about 100 hives right now. We sell more honey than we can produce, so we buy from other local beekeepers. So the channel is basically for beginning beekeepers and those who maybe want to start their own honey business, in that maybe you can follow along and see how we do it, because we have our own building, our own facility to do everything. And as I get used to this live thing, hopefully I'll be able to show some of these pictures to you through StreamYard or whatever the going software is. So first thing I want to talk about is how many of you knew that honeybees are not native to our continent. They, depending on what textbook you read, they came over either in 1621 or 1622 in the colony, the Virginia colony. And the settlers came over and brought the bees because of their sweet tooth. Yeah, they wanted a source of sweetness, and also they made use of the beeswax. Obviously, you can make candles for lighting back in the day. No electric, and the rest is history, shall we say? Because we know that honeybees reproduce, and they reproduce on their own by swarming. One swarm to another, another. And now we have so many honeybees in our country, and we need the honeybee because of our agricultural needs in our country. So it's kind of a nice benefit to have the honeybees. And good thing for us, honeybees make way more honey than they need, at least in a healthy colony anyway. The very first honeybee that's been documented that came over was the German black bee, and there's not so many around. I guess there may be some pockets of German black bees in our country. I always thought that was pretty interesting information. The other thing is that the Native American never saw a honeybee before. They gave the honeybee a nickname, and that nickname was the white man's fly. I always thought that was very interesting as well. And let's see, I've got some notes here. A lot of people also know that Winnie the Pooh, all these years, always had his paw into a honey jar for a little something, something. But did you know that honeybees really aren't after the honey? They're after the bees, the larvae. They want protein to bulk up. That's their natural instinct, is to bulk up. And so a lot of people never knew that. So Winnie the Pooh has lied to us. A colony of honeybees is made up of mostly worker bees, and then there's drones, and then there's a queen. The worker bees, who live to be about 6 weeks old, perform basically all the work in the colony. And they can live on average 6 weeks, 5 to 7 weeks. And but in the fall, if they're born in the fall, they can live several more weeks than that, because their energy is only going to be spent to keep the colony warm during the winter. So they'll live a little bit longer. Drones and worker bees, by the way, are all females, but they're not fertilized to lay eggs like the queen is. Then, so 85% of the colony is made up of worker bees, where the 15% of the colony is made up of drone bees or male bees. They have one purpose and one purpose only, and that is to mate with virgin queens from other colonies. They don't mate with their own queen because that would be their mother and that would be incest, and even they know incest is bad. Drones actually in the summertime will fly out, spring and summer, will fly out to what's called a drone congregation area. That's where a bunch of drones from all different colonies hang out, smoking stogies, drinking whiskey, waiting for virgin queens, and they mate with virgin queens. A queen will mate with like 12 or 15 different drones, depending on the textbook you read. And the drone will die immediately after mating with the queen. But the queen will mate with 12 to 15 different drones for genetic diversification. Spread that gene pool. So the drones die after mating with a virgin queen. If they don't go out on a mating flight to a drone congregation area and do make it to late fall, they're going to die anyway, because the worker bees will kick them out of the hive, because all they do is eat honey, and the worker bees know that they need to conserve their resources for the upcoming winter, because their food for winter is honey. Now the queen, there's only one queen in a normal colony, although there's some other things that can happen that produce more than one queen. But in a normal colony of honeybees, there's one queen, and she can live up to 5 years. We'll put it that way, 1 to 5 years. She can lay fertilized and unfertilized eggs, and she can lay up to 3,000 eggs per day during the height of the summer months. I always thought these little facts were pretty interesting. Oh, I have one person watching right now, but I'm just about to wrap it up because this was an experiment just to get used to some live video from the beehive, as hopefully we would progress and get this channel going bigger and bigger. And I'm going to leave you one thing, and I'm going to take off and let you know that next Sunday we'll do the exact same thing at 11 a.m. Eastern time. Let you know that the honeybee colony, astoundingly to me, is the most sanitary environment found in nature. It fascinates me. They don't defecate in their own hive. They're constantly cleaning, and they drag out any dead bees that happen to pop up dead within their colony. So anyway, I've been going for about 8 minutes now. This is brand new to me. Thank you to the 2 people that are watching right now that are tuning in. I appreciate that. I'm hoping to get this growing and going. So we'll be back next Sunday at 11 a.m. As always, we'll catch you on the bee side.